you for joining us today. We are here to assist your team in making some important decisions regarding Febreze and its Canadian launch. As you know, there are many factors to consider. Our group, Team Echo, has given this matter a great deal of consideration, and our hope is that we bring clarity in your decision making. Before we start, allow us to introduce our team.
I'm Todd St. Amand.
I'm Jacob Persons.
I'm Eric Dahl. I'm Daniel Lukenbeck.
And I'm Jody Grabowski.
And I'm Diane Swenson.
What's that smell?
Febreze is a cleaning product that deodorizes fabric with just one step, spraying a bottle. This product will easily and quickly eliminate odors from pets, smoke, cooking, kids, and even old granny smells. The product was recently launched in the US, and now we need to decide if Febreze should be launched in Canada.
The situation regarding Febreze has to be framed within the context that P&G has recently undergone substantial structural and cultural changes. The organization has historically been risk-averse, but the new culture allegedly encourages more risk-taking and acceptance of failure. However, the pressure is still high as President Yang Kwek has a reputation of doing well on new initiatives. Since the restructure, the Canadian team is stretched thin, and there has been a delay from HR to add resources. Additionally, the preliminary financial analysis for Febreze is not promising, but we must consider that the analysis is based simply on the old data structure and models. When it comes down to it, P&G needs a win in innovation. This is the first innovative product to be launched for the organization in 10 years. The issue is time pressed, as we have 2 weeks to decide whether to support the product now or wait another year. There are no competitors for this product, at least yet. In a year, we anticipate our competitors will already have deconstructed the product and had time to prepare their launch. Customers don't know they need Febreze, but we know who they are. We're talking about active and busy families, moms of teenage boys, gym rats with smelly bags, pet owners with fabric sofas, or anyone with a busy lifestyle. We know you are known as a tough and decisive leader. Your team will be looking to you to make a pivotal, strong decision, which will set a precedent for the new P&G culture and to broadcast a new sign of innovation for the organization.
The P&G brand is strong, and it can support this new product. Since the U.S. launch is so recent and we don't have competitors, we don't know our position. While the marketing cost data might be relevant, we don't know yet the upside of making this investment. We have the potential to own this market first. We can become the Xerox or Kleenex of spray air fresheners. The new structure at P&G should help us with the local promotion and collaboration that we need to reach our target market.
Our Febreze launch in Canada has a potential high-end annual revenue of 9 million Canadian dollars. Our new marketing development organizations will enable us to promote this product through endorsements, event marketing, public relations, grassroots initiatives, and other tools to take control of this new market category. This is a new and innovative product with high potential for growth. Value-based pricing will enable us to market Febreze to homes with varied levels of income. The potential market for this product is enormous. It can be used in a wide range of households, as we've already discussed. We recommend the full steam ahead approach. Comparatively speaking, $7 million in marketing isn't a tremendous risk, considering other brands that P&G has, such as Tide. So the risk is relatively low in terms of product investment. However, the risk of losing power is very high if we wait, especially since it's already been introduced to our neighbors to the south. Our new structure offers promising support for Febreze to give an advantage over competitors in the US, which have already been exposed to the product. We need to leverage our teams for maximum return on our marketing investment and to put our best foot forward on the product.
We, of course, have other alternatives to our suggested course of action. Our alternatives are to see how things go with the US launch, lower expectations from our leadership, or create a modest launch. In each of these options, we can buy time for P&G's new structure to settle in. We can also allow for resources to support two other products that need attention, Swiffer and Dryel, which are also innovative products. We do not recommend the wait-and-see option, as that alternative has the downside of harming the entire company. Beyond being a very risk-averse strategy, which goes against new company policy, it could allow competitors with more aggressive marketing to take the market for the new concept which is being built by Procter & Gamble globally. The modest launch approach risks being a self-fulfilling prophecy of small returns as projected by marketing analysis. Since this is a new and innovative product, we suggest that you consider the possibility of higher returns than marketing research shows. It is important to put your full weight behind this product, especially to be in accordance with the new strategy from corporate of higher risk taking. A modest launch might also not match up with the launch in the US, and this could reflect poorly on you for not taking the full risk. Lowering the expectations for the launch would yield the same results as the modest launch, but could keep your numbers looking good. However, you would risk the opinion that you didn't want to take responsibility for your choice, which is really just the modest launch.
So we want to examine kind of the line of thinking that your company had as you were going through this process. And what it really boils down to is the emphasis on what did we used to do versus what can we do in the future. And is the way that we used to analyze things the way that we should be analyzing things going forward. So it's the issue of reliance on old models. And we define your previous line of thinking as single loop thinking. And in this case, single loop thinking is assuming that the Procter & Gamble sales modeling analysis tool is still applicable. The fact is that models evolve. We need to consider our options in terms of what could be, not based on what we've always done. We have great processes for predicting outcomes, but these are based on the old structure. And we have new, granted, untested options for promotion that are now in place. Predictions are also comparing Febreze to products that have competitors. How long do we have before a competitor copies Febreze? How long do we own the market? And I'd like to look at a few quotes from employees at the company, including you specifically. You said that you knew that Febreze was basically a $5.5 million annual revenue idea. Well, how do you know this? What are you basing your knowledge on? This is single loop thinking if you base your knowledge on something the way it used to be. Someone else also dismissed Febreze as a small idea. And this can be classified as simple and programmable logic, just like in a computer language. If something appears small, then dismiss. And I'd like to emphasize more that the models that you used were based on past performance. The logic in this case is that the old models predict past success, so they can be used to predict future success. However, P&G is evolving and changing, and this is coming down from the top of your organization. You need to rework this model to account for the new variables. And we have a quote from George Box who says, "All models are wrong, but some are useful. Do you want your model to be only wrong, or can we adjust it in some way to make it more useful in this case?" One other thing that we can do is we can reframe the single loop thinking in terms of double loop thinking, which is looking beyond the surface level and asking why questions. For example, someone in the organization said, "Febreze seems small when contrasted with volumes of brands like Tide." Well, how did Tide become such a big brand? Surely it must have started out small too, right? Brands don't come out of nowhere, they build up over time. So we need to look at Febreze in this same context. Can we achieve the same or similar or perhaps even better results? As I've emphasized before, we need to reevaluate the sales model using the new MDO marketing tools. And additionally, when we say that we want changes to take place in an organization, we need to actually illustrate from the top down that we want those changes to work. We've learned that the only way to shift a culture is to accept failure and see that failure happen from the top of the organization. This runs counter to what we see right now with the president who has a long track record of success. So everyone feels a lot of pressure to succeed when they take risks. Is that model actually encouraging risk-taking or encouraging people to do, as we saw in the previous slide, emphasize more modest expectations? We don't want modesty if we want our company to grow. So we should see failure come from the top down.
What's that smell? Profit. P&G has a long history of success and of minimizing risk. However, this culture has led to a dearth of innovation over the last decade. Why? Because of leaders' fear of losing rank in the company, which is tracked for all to see. We believe that P&G is primed for success. Owning the market on this product sends that message to our stakeholders, our customers, and our competitors. The new MDO tools we're setting in motion will allow us to better understand consumer wants and needs, interact with new product development, and communicate the value of this product through feedback. Febreze will successfully gain control of an entirely new product category if we utilize proper promotional and positioning tactics and extend our product mix. This is a new and innovative product that has a wide range of potential customers. If we fail to launch this product now, competitors will beat us to the market and will miss out on the opportunity to create a new product category for the first time in over a decade.
We have covered a great deal of ground today. If you choose to follow our recommendations, our next steps need to be addressed quickly. As we mentioned, we have a very tight turnaround, so we will need to rally our teams for the successful launch of Febreze in Canada. Please feel free to connect with any one of us via the discussion forum, and thank you for your time. This is Team Echo.